tears fall like rain down my face again. Oh, the words you wouldn't say, and the games you played with my young foolish heart. Oh, I should have known this from the start.
Dude, this is Chris here, and this is Conversation with a Loner. This will be a quick, brief video. It's been a few days since my last video, and apparently I had uploaded a video and I had a copyright claim. I had used one of my favorite songs, Papa Roach, Black Clouds. And apparently YouTube has blocked that video from some users, so maybe not all of you have been able to see it. It was a video about weather, the weather I enjoy, and appreciation. So I'm going to re-upload that video without the Papa Roach music. And it's a shame. I didn't use the whole song. I own the CD. You know, and I think it's a damn shame. I spend my money on a CD. I own the CD. Yes, I don't own the material, but I didn't use the whole song. I'm not profiting from the music. I just put it in there because it fits my mood and it fits my channel. And it's one of my favorite songs. I'd uploaded another video with one of my favorite songs by Chester Bennington. His solo project, the lead singer of Linkin Park. It's called Let Down, one of my favorite songs ever. Now, I got no copyright claims on that, but you know, so I'm probably going to go back to that song. I like putting music. I like doing that in the intro. It's something different and describes my mood. And I wanted to use, you know, I started out with the Let Down, and then I moved to Papa Roach, Black Clouds, because that song fits me better. But I can't use that song anymore, so, which is stupid. I only uploaded 30 seconds of it, and I get a copyright claim. And then I found out it's blocked in some regions of the country or the world, so that bothers me. That, you know, I mean, I pay for the CD, I own the music. I don't own the copyrights to the music, but I own the CD, and I should be able to use it if I'm not profiting. If I'm profiting, it's one thing, but I'm not profiting from it, so I just wanted to say, if you didn't see that video, I'm going to re-upload it, and just wanted to get a little quick video out today. It's Monday morning. Pretty crappy weekend. I was pretty depressed this weekend. Thanksgiving's Thursday, and it'll be another Thanksgiving where I have no friends and I have no love and nobody. It'll just be me and my grandmother, and we'll be eating, you know, a small roasted chicken and some macaroni and some vegetables, some potatoes, some rolls. And I'll be sitting there wishing that I could have friends, or that I had friends, and that my grandmother, before she dies, this is big. This video is not going to be very long, but this is big. My grandmother's not getting any younger, and she has some health issues. But my grandmother, something I always wanted was, and she knew how much I wanted a girlfriend and wanted love, and she's never seen me happy in that way. And this hurts my heart, but I don't know how many more Thanksgivings I'll have with that woman. She's been there for me through a lot, and I hate the fact to know that more than likely she's going to pass away from this earth and never see her grandson, the boy she raised when her daughter, my mother, didn't want me. She'll never see her grandson truly happy, that the only memory she'll have of her grandson was a guy who was depressed, lonely, suicidal in his teens, and who used drugs throughout his life, and only wanted friends and love, and she never got to see her grandson achieve that. So we have another Thanksgiving where my grandmother and me sit and we eat, and my grandmother has to ask me, you know, what's going on, you know, because I try. She knows I don't have any friends, and she knows I don't have any love interests, but she'll be asking me about it, I'm sure, and I tell her there's nothing going on. So if anything, I can't make miracles happen, and I can't make magic happen, but I want more than anything in this world to help myself. But for my grandmother to see me in love with a girl that's going to be my wife one day, hopefully, would be amazing. I would love for my grandmother to enjoy her final years on this earth, seeing her baby boy happy. She's a mother to me. She raised me. She's never seen me happy, truly happy. She's been with me all my life. But yeah, of course, she's like my mother. And for her to be able to see me truly happy would be a blessing. She means a lot to me. And it hurts my heart that I could never live up. She didn't have high expectations, but she wanted to see me, do good. And it hurts my heart that I've never been able to show her a time when I was doing good. Because the few periods in life where I was on an upswing didn't last very long. And she knows all the heartbreak I've been through. She knows all the stuff in school. And she understood why I dropped out. At first it was kind of hard to explain, but she signed the papers and let me drop out because she knew it was painful for me to go to school every day. And so she's seen her grandson cry, scream out loud in the middle of the night, why? I remember being 16 and just screaming. I was asleep or in my bed at night. It was late, and I was just crying. And I guess I was having a conversation with the higher power, and I was just questioning why don't I have any friends, and why don't girls like me? And I can distinctively remember screaming, why won't girls love me? And my grandmother came to my room and thought something was wrong. And she was she was upset because she thought somebody had maybe broke in or whatever. But then when she came in there and found out that I was sitting there crying, and I told her why, I could just see it in her face. And this is when I was 16. Here I am 14 years later and still nothing. And more importantly for myself, I need this for myself. And I know I can't make a miracle happen, and magic's not going to happen. And I know the reality is my grandmother is 79 years old. She has her health issues. And the reality is she is probably never going to see me with friends. And definitely never going to see me meet a girl. I mean, never say never, but the reality is I've got to understand that it's going to take time, because I have nothing. I have no friends, and I have no love interests, period, right now. And we're not guaranteed tomorrow. And with my grandmother's age and her health issues, I just, I'm thankful every day she's alive, but I just don't foresee her ever being able to see her grandson truly happy, and that breaks my heart. One of the greatest things to ever be able to do, to achieve, would be, if I met a girl, and to be able to bring her home and show her to my grandmother. And for my grandmother to see the big smile on her grandson's face, finally, after all the years. The first girl he ever got to bring home to his grandma. And his grandmother can finally see the boy she loved and raised, and the boy that she knew was never happy. She'll finally see the boy with the biggest smile of all time on his face. And she'll finally see me in a happy place. But as Thanksgiving rolls around this year, for all of you people out there that have friends and have love and enjoy Thanksgiving, just know that there are people out there like me who have nothing as far as friendships, who have no love interests. Yes, there are people worse than me. There are people who are homeless. And there are people who won't have any food on Thanksgiving. It's not about that. I know. I do have my grandmother, and I will be eating. But what I mean by this statement is, just know there are some people out there that don't have friends and don't have love interests, and don't get to truly enjoy the holidays for what they are, because no one ever accepted them, and no one ever wanted to give them a true chance, and no one ever wanted to take the time to really get to know them, instead of rejecting them from the onset, or leading them on, or making them think that they like them, and in the end just to trick them. While I do understand, and like I said, there are people worse off than me, and I pray for those people. There are people like me, again, who will spend Thanksgiving miserable, who will spend Thanksgiving sad, We will spend Thanksgiving crying, wishing, hoping another year that maybe, just maybe one day, my dream will come true. Well, some people dream to be rich, and some people dream to be famous, and some people dream to, have all their materialistic things. The only dream that I've ever had since I was 12 years old and the first girl I ever liked, the only dream this man right here has ever had, was to meet a girl, fall in love, make her my queen, love, honor, respect her, because she was willing to look past the outside to the inside. She was willing to look past my money situation. She was willing to look past where I live. She was willing to look past, what I wore. She was willing to look past my mental issues. She was willing to look past the fact that I do have a lot of issues. But at the end of the day, I'm a good person inside, and I do deserve a chance. So, to be able to meet a girl like that, that will truly mean a lot to me, because if she can't accept all those things, then that means it's not real and it's not meant to be. But if I ever was to meet a woman who could accept that and all those things I said, that's how I know it'll be true. And because of that, I will treat her, as I said, as my queen. I will love, honor, and respect her for being able to love me at my lowest, fall in love with me when I've got nothing. That would be the greatest thing in the world to me, and my dream will finally come true. Every Christmas since I was 12 years old, I didn't want presents. I didn't want gifts. Sorry about that, guys. My memory card came up full. As I was saying, do you know what I wanted every year for Christmas since I was 12? No presents, no gifts. Not something you can put under a tree. Do you know what I wanted for Christmas? I wanted to meet a girl and fall in love. That's what I wanted. That's what I've been wanting every year since Christmas. And just imagine, I was a kid, and this started when I was a kid. I didn't want any presents. I didn't want nobody to wrap up no gifts and put them in a box and put them under a tree. I ruined a lot of Christmases growing up, when I was younger. When, I still went to family events. Didn't have a big family, but what I mean is, my grandmother had a family, and she would take me to her family. My grandmother's sisters, brothers, nieces and nephews, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Family's not big, but what I mean is I've ruined a lot of those, because I would get there, and when I found out, I was so depressed and everything, and when I realized there was no girl for me that year, and I knew I was not going to achieve that gift that year, I would get angry and I would leave. I would not want to be there, and I would cause a ruckus, because while everybody seemed to be all happy and cheery, I was so sad and so depressed, and I let it be known that I'm not happy, and that all I wanted for Christmas was love, and here is another year I don't have it. So here I am at 30 years old, and to this day, my dream still hasn't came true, and the only thing I've ever wanted in life, since I was 12 years old, was love. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll find it. This has been Chris. This has been Conversations with a Loner. Maybe you'll see me again before Thanksgiving, but if not, for all of you that do enjoy Thanksgiving, have a happy Thanksgiving, and just remember, think about those that won't be enjoying Thanksgiving. Think about those that are less fortunate, and then think about those like me who will be eating but are lonely and miserable, and who are never given a chance. And just think, take the time to not think about yourself this holiday season. Just think about the people who are not celebrating as well as they could. Again, this is Chris Strickland. This is Conversation with a Loner. I'm out.